everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. I have a really fun card for you today. It's quick, it's easy. I'm going to show you some different products that you can kind of mix and match. It's not like I'm doing a suite. So the basis of my card is I'm going to use the tree dies. Oh, now I can't pick one up. They are called decorative tree dies. It's a literal name. So there's several different dies in here. I think this is all the ones I'm not using today. Yeah, that's all of them. It's got some bows. I'm going to use the star. It has some lights that you can hang on the tree. It is, I feel like I did a tree with lights on it. I don't know where I put it. But it's a really fun set. It's a bundle. I did not get the stamps. I only got the trees. So, and I have a couple of other versions. They'll be posted in October because I've run out of time to do them in September. But I have this one for you today. This is the one that I used it on already. And you can see I have the glimmer paper. This is the plaid tree. I'm not using the plaid tree today. And then here's the glimmer paper for the Christmas, glimmer paper underneath. This is our new two-tone cardstock, and it's kind of sanded back. So I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for almost 30 years. And every year, I think without fail, I've done a black and white. Sometimes it has a pop of red, but it used to be black and white, and then the buffalo plaid became a thing, and so red sneaked in. But, you know, buffalo plaid's kind of on its way out, so I just stuck with black and white this year. And then I've almost always done a pink and silver version. So today's is just pink, lots of pinks. But this week I got together with my friends and they used all of this glimmer paper. Are those not lovely? So neither of these, this is the trees on this one that are in the Season of Elegance. We will be doing a similar-ish thing with some glimmer paper if you're in my free online class in October. So you can still sign up for that in September. So go to the website and check that out. And then this one is done with a punch. So I'm going to show you, I decided to do a pink one and combine those two elements. So we have so much glimmer paper. And if you're like me, you have so much glimmer paper from years gone by. So really it's just a mix and match. I guess I don't need my catalog. So I will show you this pack right here I didn't use. But if you were doing one of the green themes, you could. So this one, I don't know if I have the names. You can go search glimmer paper on my website and you'll see them all. And then this one, I did use two of the pieces. This is the 2024, 2025 in colors. Again, you see, here's the two pinks I'm going to use on this card, but there's the in colors. Which one's missing? Oh, the peach. Here's a piece of the peach right here in this package. So I'm using these two, but if you're, again, doing a green card, you mix those with this, and look at all the greens we have. And these are just current ones. But like I said, if you're like me, you may have ones from years past. And then there's one more package. This one here has, if you're in Card Club, we did get these in Card Club. I don't know what month it was. I think maybe when the zinnias came out, because that's why I have this piece cut. So I'm using this pink, and then this green would be fabulous with an all green version of this card. And then this is where I got my background piece from. So those are the glimmer papers that I have on here. I was tempted to put some silver foil, but I let the silver be my embellishments. And then to make the card nice and easy for putting together, we are going to use the adhesive sheets. You can see where I have lots of strips from classes. And this one I have just cut out. So if you don't know how to use those, you're going to find out now. So I just picked out, okay, I'm going to put one more tree on this card than I did on my sample. So it'll look a little bit different, but I didn't want to put two of the same colors. And then I just really wanted to use the large snowflake tree, and I hadn't used it. So I decided I'll have two of one color. I also don't have a star on my other one, but because now I have, get that extra little pops out of there, an extra tree, I can still do 3 embellishments and then a star. So this piece right here, I'm going to show you how to put the adhesive sheets on. So these already, I've stuck them on. So it's really just making your card into a sticker. So you can see it has this to pull off. Sticky side, not sticky side. It's very obvious. My hands are a little bit sticky. I should have gone to wash them, but I'm so busy that I felt like I'll just have this stuff stick to my hands and then I'll go wash them. put this on here. You want to make sure, especially when it's going to go through your cut and emboss machine, that no sticker is overhanging. So just make sure it's all encased. And then when you put this on here, it will be a sticker. I'm also going to add this on there. So let me run these through my cut and emboss machine. All right, I've run all those through. Now I'm going to use the swirly folder. We have the snowflake folder. We have the plaid folder. There's lots of folders that would match this particular array of trees. If I had used the plaid one, but I'd already used it, I might have used the plaid folder to do this. There's the evergreen folder. I felt like it was a little bit more realistic than these trees are. So I have cut this into a 4 by 5 1/4 sheet. So I'm going to stick this in here. Now, if you are doing these for your Christmas cards, the new larger size folders, put a half a sheet in here, and then you only have to run this through half as many times, and then you can cut them in half once they've been embossed. So this is not a 3D folder. So for it's the basic base, then the 2 of these, which is different than most of our 3Ds. They take the gray plate. So this gives a really pretty background, and it matches the swirly tree perfectly. In fact, I almost went back and changed my swirly tree to this paper, but I like this tree so small that I felt like it needed the darker one. So now we're just going to put this together. I need to see where I want to put this one. I think I'm going to put it here. So you can see that the sticker's on here. A lot of times with the sticker, it will pull off all of the little bits, so you don't have to worry about pulling all those off. So we'll see if they all come off when I pull the sticker up. Yeah, a lot of them are. So I tend to pull these up before I start popping things out, because if they're going to come and be stuck to the sticker paper, I'd rather them be there anyways. This is I call it the shepherd's hook, that you can get for your, I should have put this is why my hands are sticky. I should have put a little trash bin here for your take your pick tool. So now we've got this popped out. Now you want to make sure that these don't fall onto a card. So I typically have, I threw it here. I save a sheet of the backing. That way when these fall out, you can stick them on that. So it's mainly this big piece that didn't come out. It's a little bit like the operation game. You have to carefully pull them out, and you don't have to get every last one if you don't choose to. See, that took a big chunk of it, and then we have that there to lay that on so it doesn't stick on my card. But this one, to see the snowflakes, I am going to have to punch these out, so pop them out. They all come out, it's sticky. And so between the glitter on the paper, which our glitter paper doesn't have glitter that falls off of it, which is nice. All right, most of those are out. So I'm going to put it here. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a different arrangement. My other one. But now you don't have to worry about any glue on these really fine designs. It also works well when you're using like the More Than Autumn, anything that has the words. See, I have stickies on me. So then we're going to put this one over here as well, which on my other card is on the other side. Because these are bigger pieces, when I pull the sticker off, I would venture a guess that most of them are going to come off with it. It's always my hope. There we go. Just pull it right off. Again, like that operation game, you got to be super careful. And it's because when you pull it, you don't want to have one that's kind of stuck. Even if you don't use the adhesive sheets, you have to be careful because this is a really delicate pattern. Okay, now since they're two different colors, we can kind of overlay them. Let's do it like this. And then let's do, this is the petunia pop. We can hear the squirrel outside. Our cats have a tent enclosure, and I've left it open longer than I normally do now that it's warm again. But the squirrel's out there mocking him. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but he's chippering at the cats because he knows that they can't get out of the enclosure. He's not so brave when we take them out in the backyard with us, but they only ever go out with us. So he is kind of a little bit full of himself. Let's stick this one here. Okay, get our last tree out. It just pulls up like a sticker. We'll have this one here. This is a little bit fuller forest than my other card. That one tree makes a big difference. Get that off. Then I have my star. I'll put it on top of this tree. And go, this is, because this is cut 4 by 5 1/4, it has a little bit of clearance if it needs to go up there. Then I chose the ribbon. That is the iridescent striped ribbon. It's from the Full of Life suite. So you need a nice big piece. We want a nice full bow. It's nice and soft, so it won't do anything if you're mailing these. It's not going to add bulk to your card. A lot of times I will tie a bow and then wrap the edges. This time I want, you know, it's Christmas and it's pink and it's sparkly, and so I want a big, nice, fluffy bow with the tails. So put this on here. And then kind of decide on my other one, I have the bow here, but I'm going to move it over to this side since there's more trees on this card. It doesn't really matter that much. I'm going to have to stick that down a little harder. The sticker paper does work better on glimmer paper that's not been through an embossing machine, because this has some raised up, so I need to make sure it's stuck down in the little holes. And it works even better on regular cardstock. But you know, it's Christmas. I'm going to show you a little tip because I know that these can move. So tie a bow. I'm going to show you a couple of tips coming up for this next step. So pretty bow with pretty ends. I'm not going to even trim it much. Have my white cardstock. So imagine this, if you want to do it in the blues, you could do it in all foils and have it be silver and gold and copper. I'm going to use Seal Plus for this because, like I said, the glimmer paper can have a little bit of life on its own, and I don't want it to peel up off the card. This will hold it nice and down. So pop this on. I tried it with some different colors, like with pink on the back. I thought the white was kind of the most wintry, and it really let everything else on the card kind of shine. Like I'd made the whole card and then I kept laying it on all the different pinks. Petunia was almost there. It looks nice on the petunia, which I always think has a tinge of purple. Oh, this is going to be stuck all over my desk. That's why when you do this, get a little container to put your stuff in. I'm going to take my petunia pop. This is the light. I'm going to add just a little bit of snow in petunia colors. Also on my table because I'm ready for it to be painted. And I'm going to take the Druzy. See, if you did a metallic card, you could still use these and use both the silver and the gold, but I'm just going to use the silver for this one. These are not part of it. Oh yeah, they are. The smaller ones. They were upside down. I thought they were different ones. I'd stuck in the wrong envelope. So one there. And again, because it's raised up paper and it's glimmer paper, make sure you press really hard on these. Don't forget our little slim guy back here. And then you could stop here, but you know, I wanted one more thing. So I took our new loose snowflakes, and what I did the first time was I put 11 drops of glue on here. And then I was like, I have no idea where those drops of glue are, because on this paper, it was really hard to see them. On regular cardstock, it's kind of matte, and then you can see the shine of the glue. So here's another tip for you. First, I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to add it on a few sections of my trees. This way, if there's any place where they're kind of peeling up, and nobody will ever see it because this dries nice and clear, it's not going to fall off your card. Because that sticker paper holds well. But especially these ones where we've overlapped, that's why this one's not sticking, because it's kind of up in the air. So this is under the ribbon. So I'm just going to add that there. And then I'm going to take this and put a little pile of glue. And put my lid back on here so it doesn't dry. If you aren't familiar with this, the fine tip glue, it has a little needle that goes back in it. And I'm not, or you can see it well. And it just slides back in. It keeps it from ever drying up on itself. Grab my snowflakes. And then, of course, you're going to stamp the inside of your card with a Christmas sentiment in one of your pinks. I am not, because I'm running out of time. Trying to get these filmed before we leave. So I am just dropping this in here. And then picking them back up. And that way they already have the glue on them. As you can see, even with this, they lift back up. There's two different sizes of these. These are fabulous little embellishments. I'm only going to put snowflakes above my ribbon, not below it. These do stick. I let my other card dry to make sure that I didn't go to all this work and then it just fell off. Let me make the mistakes for you guys. But then I also, I have put the lid back on, so I'm not going to do it on this one, plus it wouldn't be dry. I did take my fine tip glue, just like I did with the trees, and I just added a little drop next to each of the snowflakes. That way it had a little bit of glue that was also to the side that was helping to hold it on. Sometimes the snowflakes just go where they fall. But look how nice this backing paper is for this. The glue doesn't stick to it at all. I'll get one more little one. And then we'll call it a day. I didn't count these. I normally count because I want to make sure I covered up all the glue. That one's on upside down. There we go. You can also get this tip for your take your pick tool. So here's this one. I like it with one more tree. Here's the other one, and I'll show you. Nothing's falling off of it. It's all secure. And you can't even see where I added the little drips of glue. But every snowflake, I just add a little tiny squirt, and then I did the same where you can see this one hasn't stuck down, but it's stuck there, so it will hold them on. This bow's not quite as fabulous as that one, but okay, here's the deal. One more tree looks fabulous. So if you're making these for 6 people, do this. If you're making these for 50, 3 trees look great. Everybody have a great day, and I'll catch you back here later. Bye.